Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on Todd's Real Lawn. It's fall time. Time to do what everybody loves to do. Spread that seed. So I'm going to give you the tips on how you can be successful this fall and give your seed the best chance to germinate. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome back to Todd's Real Lawn. Today we're talking about seeding and overseeding in general and the steps that you can take to help that seed germinate and do the best it can. So let's get into it. Why would we want to overseed? Well, I like to overseed about every 2 years or so, just to add new varieties to my existing lawn. They come out with new varieties that are heat tolerant, better drought resistance. They're always upgrading turf seed in general, so that's why I like to overseed my lawn. I have done an overseed video, so check that out. It shows you how to get the best results on overseeding with dethatching and aerating. So if you're into that, check that video out. That's also on my page. Today though, we're going to talk about seeding, just what you're going to need if you're seeding a bare area. So if you're starting fresh and you're seeding a bare area, let's say part of your lawn got torn up from construction or it's just not looking as good in an area, what you're going to do is you're going to get that area as flat as can be. So if you have to add a little topsoil, if you have to rototill it up a little bit, then just make that area flat. Also know your square footage of that area, so when you go and put that seed down, you know how much seed you need. Have that seed available, have it ready. Don't be scrambling the last minute trying to go to the store and find out that there isn't any. You go to order it and it's 2 weeks away, and by that time you can't seed anymore. You've passed your window. Here in the Northeast, Buffalo is where I'm from. You have about 2 weeks after Labor Day is about the last time you should be throwing seed down. Can you get away with a little bit after? Probably, but that's the general rule that I like to follow. You can definitely seed early. It's just in the summer you could seed at any time. It just takes a little bit more work. So fall is usually your best option. So know your square footage, have your seed ready, have your tools ready. Your rake, your lawn leveling rake is nice to have. Your garden weasel if you have to rough up a couple areas, because what we're after here is seed to soil contact. So what does that mean? That means you want that seed to come in contact with as much soil as possible. That'll help it germinate. That's why when we're overseeding, you'll see I cut the lawn shorter. That helps that seed drop in through the canopy of your lawn and into the soil. That's what you want. So in a bare area, you just want to know your square footage, make it as flat as can be, and throw the appropriate seed down to the bag rate, because you don't want to have too much seed. They'll end up crowding each other out and dying off, but you also don't want to have too little seed, because it'll be bare and it'll take a lot longer to fill in. So read the bag rate, act accordingly, and then lastly, water. In the fall, you'll get away with it a little bit. You'll be able to do a little less watering because nature is providing the water and the temperatures are cooler. But if you're trying to seed in the summer, you're going to have to keep that seed wet. Remember, if it dries, it dies. If the seed dries, it dies. So keep it moist. Humidity levels up. Also, just keep it moist 3 to 5 times a day. You're not soaking it in. You're just keeping it moist, keeping that top layer of soil wet for that seed. Also, I like to cover the seed. If you can see the seed that's not good, you want to put a little bit of cover on it, either compost. I like to cover it with peat moss, because that just helps retain moisture, helps that seed not move, not blow away in the wind, not pool up when it rains heavy. It's just a little bit more forgiving. So I like to use peat moss, especially in smaller residential areas. Those are my tips to seeding. If you follow those, you're definitely going to be well on your way to a beautiful lawn. So if anybody has any comments, tips they like to help others with, please throw them in the comments below. And thank you for watching.